Over a century has passed since the Titanic met its tragic end on that fateful night in April 1912. Yet, the story of the unsinkable ship remains one of the most enduring mysteries of our time. Welcome to our deep dive into 10 mysteries of the Titanic that have not been revealed to you. Join us as we uncover the secrets that still baffle historians, researchers, and enthusiasts alike. Let's embark on this journey by exploring the first mystery. Mystery 1: the missing lifeboats. The Titanic was equipped with 20 lifeboats, which was actually more than required by the Board of Trade regulations of the time. However, this number was still far too few for the over 2,200 passengers and crew on board. What's even more perplexing is that several lifeboats left the sinking ship far from full capacity, and some passengers reported seeing unused lifeboats floating away, never to be seen again. So, what happened to these missing lifeboats? One theory suggests that in the chaos of the sinking, some lifeboats were never properly launched or were cut loose accidentally. Another possibility is that some of the lifeboats were damaged or inaccessible as the ship listed and sank. Eyewitness accounts, however, remain contradictory, adding to the confusion. This mystery has fueled countless debates and investigations, but to this day, the fate of the missing lifeboats remains an enigma, floating in the annals of maritime history. As we move to our next mystery, we delve into the poignant story of an unidentified child victim whose fate has puzzled experts for decades. Mystery 2: the unidentified child. In the aftermath of the Titanic disaster, among the recovered bodies was that of a small child. For nearly a century, this child remained unidentified, known only as the unknown child. The heartbreaking image of this young victim, clad in a simple white sweater, captured the world's attention and sorrow. Efforts to identify the child persisted over the years. In 2002, DNA testing initially suggested that the child was Aino Panula, a Finnish boy who perished with his family. However, further testing in 2007 revealed a different identity: Sidney Leslie Goodwin, a 19-month-old English boy traveling with his family. Despite this apparent resolution, some researchers believe the mystery is not entirely settled. The shifting identifications and limited DNA samples leave lingering questions. Could there be more to this story than meets the eye? The unidentified child remains a poignant symbol, and many lives tragically cut short by the disaster. Now let's turn our attention to another ship that played a controversial role on that fateful night: the SS Californian. Mystery 3: curious case of the SS Californian. On the night the Titanic sank, another ship, the SS Californian, was reportedly just a few miles away. Californian had stopped for the night, surrounded by icebergs. Its radio operator had warned the Titanic about the ice, but later turned off the radio and went to sleep. As distress signals from the Titanic lit up the sky, the crew of the Californian reportedly saw the flares but did not respond. Why did the Californian fail to act? Captain Stanley Lord's decision not to wake the radio operator or proceed towards the Titanic has sparked endless debate and condemnation. Captain Lord and his crew maintained that they did not recognize the signals as distress calls. Investigations following the disaster were inconclusive, and opinions remain divided to this day. Was it negligence, fear, or simple miscommunication? The actions of the Californian continue to be one of the most contentious mysteries of the Titanic tragedy. Now we explore another critical component of that fateful night: the Titanic's radio silent. Mystery 4: the Titanic's radio silent. The Titanic's radio, a crucial tool for sending distress signals, was state-of-the-art for its time. Yet, during the crucial moments of the sinking, it experienced unexplained periods of silence. What caused these gaps in communication, and how did they affect the rescue effort? Operators Jack Phillips and Harold Bride worked tirelessly to send distress calls, yet there were intervals when no messages were received by nearby ships. Some speculate technical malfunctions or operator fatigue, while others suggest interference or prioritization of less urgent communications. This radio silence likely delayed the response of nearby vessels, contributing to the high casualty count. The mystery of these silent moments continues to haunt researchers, who ponder what might have been different if every call for help had been heard loud and clear. Our next mystery delves into the final orders of Captain Edward Smith, whose actions during the sinking have been the subject of much speculation. Mystery 5. Captain's Final Orders. Captain Edward Smith, an experienced mariner with a distinguished career, was at the helm of the Titanic on her maiden voyage. As the ship struck the iceberg and began to sink, conflicting reports emerged about his actions and final orders. What did Captain Smith do in those critical last moments? And what were his commands? Survivor testimonies offer varying accounts. Some reported seeing him directing evacuation efforts calmly, while others claimed he was last seen in the bridge or that he went down with the ship. A few even suggested he may have attempted to save himself, before ultimately choosing to stay with his vessel. The mystery surrounding Captain Smith's final orders and fate adds a poignant layer to the Titanic's story. His leadership under pressure remains a topic of debate, with some praising his courage and others questioning his decisions. What truly happened in those final moments? The answers may never be fully known. Next, we shift our focus to a remarkable survivor whose story intertwines with multiple maritime disasters. Violet Jessop, also known as the unsinkable Miss Jessop. Mystery 6. The unsinkable Violet Jessop. Violet Jessop, a stewardess and nurse, survived not only the sinking of the Titanic, but also disasters involving its sister ships, the RMS Olympic and HMHS Britannic. Her incredible survival story has earned her the nickname the unsinkable Miss Jessop. But what mysteries surround her extraordinary tale? Jessop was aboard the Olympic when it collided with a British warship in 1911. She later survived the Titanic disaster in 1912, and in 1916, she was on the Britannic when it struck a mine and sank. Remarkably, she escaped each incident with minor injuries, leading some to speculate about her uncanny luck. Despite her harrowing experiences, Violet Jessop continued her career at sea, sharing her stories in her later years. Her resilience and the mysteries of her repeated brushes with disaster remain a fascinating chapter in the Titanic's legacy. Now we turn our attention to the ship that tried to warn the Titanic of impending danger. The ship that sent crucial ice warnings, the SS Mesaba. Mystery 7. The ship that warned the Titanic. Among the many ships sailing the North Atlantic that fateful night, SS Mesaba stands out for its role in sending ice warnings to the Titanic. Despite these warnings, the Titanic continued its course, leading to its tragic collision. What happened to the warnings from the Mesaba, and why were they ignored? The SS Mesaba sent a detailed message about the ice field, but it never reached the Titanic's bridge. Some theories suggest that the message was not prioritized, or that it was overshadowed by other communications. Others speculate that it was received but not acted upon due to overconfidence in the ship's invincibility. This critical miscommunication highlights the vulnerabilities in maritime safety protocols of the time. The mystery of the ignored ice warnings from the Mesaba raises questions about what could have been done differently to prevent the disaster. As we continue, we explore the mysteries surrounding the Titanic's construction and the potential design flaws that may have sealed its fate. Mystery 8. The ship's construction and design flaws. The Titanic was hailed as a marvel of modern engineering, yet its catastrophic sinking revealed potential flaws in its design and construction. What were these flaws, and could they have been the hidden factors that led to the ship's demise? Experts have pointed to several potential issues, including the quality of the rivets used, the design of the watertight compartments, and the lack of adequate lifeboats. The rivets, made from substandard materials, may have fractured upon impact, exacerbating the flooding. Additionally, the watertight compartments were not sealed at the top, allowing water to spill over into adjoining compartments. Debates continue about whether these flaws were the result of cost-cutting measures, rushed construction, or simply the limitations of early 20th century shipbuilding technology. The mysteries of the Titanic's design flaws remain a crucial area of study for historians and engineers alike. Our next mystery delves into the lost treasures that went down with the Titanic, some of which have never been recovered. Mystery 9. The Lost Treasures. Among the Titanic's many casualties were numerous valuable items, from priceless jewels to rare artifacts. These treasures, lost to the depths of the Atlantic, fueled stories of great wealth lying at the bottom of the ocean. But what exactly was lost, and have any of these treasures ever been recovered? Some of the most famous lost treasures include the Heart of the Ocean, fictional diamond necklace inspired by real-life jewels that went down with the ship, and the numerous valuable possessions of first-class passengers. Recovery missions over the years have brought some items back to the surface, but many more remain hidden in the wreckage. The allure of these lost treasures continues to captivate treasure hunters and historians alike. Each recovered item tells a story. Many questions remain unanswered. What other priceless items lie undiscovered? And will they ever see the light of day again? Our final mystery explores the conflicting and fascinating accounts from the survivors of the Titanic. Their stories offer both clarity and confusion about what really happened on that fateful night. Mystery 10: The Survivors' Accounts. Over 700 survivors lived to tell their tales of the Titanic disaster. Their accounts, however, often conflict with one another, adding to the enduring mystery of what exactly transpired as the ship met its tragic end. What can we learn from these varying testimonies, and why do they differ so widely? Some survivors reported seeing the ship break in two before sinking, while others swore it went down intact. There are discrepancies about the behavior of certain crew members, the conditions in the lifeboats, and the timeline of events. These differences could be attributed to the chaos and trauma of the disaster, but they also leave us with more questions than answers. Despite the contradictions, these accounts are invaluable for piecing together the final hours of the Titanic. They offer a human perspective on the disaster, filled with acts of heroism, tragedy, and the inexplicable mysteries that will likely never be fully resolved. As we conclude our exploration of these 10 mysteries, we reflect on why the Titanic continues to capture our imagination and what these unresolved questions mean for our understanding of history. The story of the Titanic is one of both technological triumph and human tragedy. Over a century later, it remains a powerful symbol of the fragility of life and the mysteries that lie beneath the surface of history. From missing lifeboats to unidentified victims, from ignored warnings to lost treasures, the unanswered questions about the Titanic keep the story alive in our collective consciousness. As we uncover these mysteries, we are reminded of the countless lives affected and the lessons we can learn from this maritime disaster. What do you think about these unresolved mysteries? Share your thoughts and theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the mysteries of the Titanic, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest videos. Join us next time as we explore more intriguing historical events and uncover the secrets of the past. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.